Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's your boy GZTV. I know my hair looks a fucking mess. I just got headphones taken off my head from streaming. I streamed for like 3 hours. If you guys want to go check me out, by the way, I know I have headphone dent in my head. It's fine. GZTV live on Twitch, all lowercase. I try to live stream like every single night I'm on, so that's awesome. But we're here to talk about the NBA. We're here Sunday, December 29th. Actually, a lot of good basketball games recently, honestly. I think the NBA's had some great games. I didn't watch too much, obviously, because of the Packers played today, and we were watching NFL. An NFL recap's coming out soon. I still have to record a Penguin video. We'll get that going here in a second. But we're here to talk about it. So my Celtics played the Pacers. It was a close game this time. The Pacers won. Tyrese Haliburton scores 31 points as the Pacers rebound from a 37-point loss to the Celtics by winning the rematch. Obviously, a great scoring night for Tyrese Haliburton, and he has been very inconsistent, I will admit. He hasn't been the most consistent player on this team, but he comes out and wins. They win by 9. 2 nights ago, they obviously got their ass beat, and they had to come back and retaliate, and they did in a big way. Obviously, Miles Turner was getting to the rim and being aggressive. Really good game all around. Benedict Mathurin hit a couple of tough shots. Obviously, Jason Tatum played pretty well on both sides of the ball. Jaylen Brown was hitting tough shots offensively. But kind of looking at things, you look at the Pacers, and yeah, it really was the Tyrese Haliburton show. 31 points. This is probably the best game I've seen him play in a long time. So there you have it with that. You look at the Celtics, you get 22 points from Jason Tatum. Not the greatest shooting night, but he still put up something. 31 points for Jaylen Brown, who shot 33% from 3, and 21 points for Peyton Pritchard. I kind of knew going into this game, not having Jrue Holiday, we were going to need to rely on Peyton Pritchard. And yeah, just having Al Horford in the lineup, I'm not even mad about Sam Hauser starting. Just having Al Horford in the lineup is kind of detrimental. Because we have Neemias Queta, we have Peyton Pritchard off the bench we could definitely try out. I don't know why we didn't start Peyton Pritchard and just go small ball. Maybe we shouldn't have done that. Maybe we should have started like Peyton Pritchard and Neemias Queta or something. I don't even know what we should have done there. It is what it is. Well, we can just move on from that. We are going to get into the Nets and the Magic. That was the first game of the day. Cole Anthony hits a winning layup with 1.3 seconds left. The Magic complete a 21-point rally. They beat the Nets by a point, and those type of rallies are the rallies you need. Again, I emphasize this all the time with the Orlando Magic. And we talk about the Magic a lot because they get into a lot of close games without Paolo Banchero and without Franz Wagner. And yeah, Cole Anthony, huge shot, banks in the floater, wins it. That was awesome. It was like a March Madness type of bucket. And ironically, Cole Anthony was a legend in March Madness. So there you have that. Guys were stepping in for the Magic. Wendell Carter Jr. just using that power, getting up for jams, stuff that Paolo would do when he's in the game. Really good game here. Obviously, Tristan da Silva as a rookie, doing a really good job at, going at defenders, hitting tough shots, and, hitting threes as well, showing his versatility as a scorer. You look at the Nets, 25 points for Cam Thomas. I'm not sure why he's on the bench, and you're starting guys like Ben Simmons. I know Ben Simmons isn't a bad player, but like him and Nick Claxton really struggled offensively this game. They just don't produce enough. And you have guys like Jalen Wilson, you have Day'Ron Sharpe, you have Jalen Wilson, Day'Ron Sharpe, Cam Thomas, all these guys off the bench that can score at a higher level than a guy like Ben Simmons, than a guy like Nick Claxton, and you just don't utilize them. I don't know. There's a very weird situation. Obviously, we talk about it all the time with the Brooklyn Nets. They're always in an awkward spot. You get to the Magic, you get a 21-point performance for Tristan da Silva off of 40% three-point shooting, 50% from the field. He is emerging as a really good rookie in this league. You get 19 points and 11 rebounds for Goga Bitadze. Monster game, shot 80%. Love seeing that. I love seeing his success in the league. And there you have it for that game. We're not going to talk about Grizzlies Thunder. We're not going to talk about Hawks Raptors. But let's move on to the Heat and the Rockets game, because that is the main event here. That is what we're talking about. The NBA going full UFC mode. Tyler Hero leads the Heat over the Rockets in a game marred by a fight and ejections in the final minute. 7 people were ejected. 6 were for their roles in a fight. I don't know who the other one was ejected for, but the Heat win by 4. I don't know why that other person was ejected. It might have been an assistant coach. But great scoring night for Tyler Hero. He's obviously been hooping all season and really trying to keep the Heat season alive with all the trade rumors and the drama surrounding Jimmy Butler. I think Tyler Hero is doing a good job at balancing that. But shout out to him. Yeah, 6 players got ejected. Huge fight. Like guys like Amin Thompson, guys like Tyler Hero. That shit was fucking crazy. Obviously, you look at the Rockets, you get a guy like Cam Whitmore showing his athleticism. This was a pretty good game. Fred VanVleet got ejected because he bumped into an official. It happened earlier on in the game. It wasn't a part of the fight even, so that's fucking crazy. Literally, like, let me think here. Probably about 20% of the roster's total got ejected. Nikola Jovic was hitting some pretty big shots. I've had some complaints about him this season, but he was big time off the bench. You get, Bam Adebayo going 12 points, 10 rebounds. Not the most spectacular performance in the world, but it's going to do some damage. You get 27 points from Tyler Hero. Again, he is a very underappreciated, very underrated player in this league, I think. You kind of look at the Rockets. You get a 22-point performance for Dylan Brooks. You get 18 points, 18 rebounds. Really good game for Alperen Şengün. Not really too much else. You kind of get a struggling game from Jabari Smith offensively. He's had his kind of off games, and obviously, like, you could experiment and maybe even throw Cam Whitmore in the fucking lineup at this point. I don't know. Jabari Smith Jr., I'm not sold that he's like a bust or anything, but he's had some pretty rough goes at it, and this season, I don't know. It is what it is, He just doesn't necessarily do enough as a starter sometimes, in my opinion. So there you have it with that. We're going to talk about the Spurs and Timberwolves, which is the most recent game that ended a couple hours ago. We get Dante DiVincenzo scoring 26, and I kind of talked about him starting to, find his wings and find his spot on this Timberwolves team. He helps him get the win. They won by 2. Obviously, Wembanyama had 34 points, though, so got to give him credit. Really good scoring night for Dante DiVincenzo, and that's such a luxury that the Timberwolves are going to have to use to have that guy as a number 1 scoring option in this game. That was awesome. Victor Wembanyama, though, great on both sides of the ball. Dunks, jumping over people damn near, blocking shots. Really fun game to watch here. I love watching Wembanyama play. Obviously, Anthony Edwards played really good on the defensive end. Jaden McDaniels was getting up for some dunks. It was some fun stuff. You look at the Spurs, my goodness, they lose, but finally Harrison Barnes has a good game. 24 points. He shot 75% from 3. He wakes the fuck up. 34 points for Victor Wembanyama, shooting 33% from the 3. You get 22 points for Devin Vassell. They actually didn't play that bad. Obviously kind of an off night for a guy like Jeremy Sohan, and you surely you could have kind of experimented a little more with a guy like Keldon Johnson off the bench. The dude put up 13 points in 17 minutes. Like, surely you could have gave him more minutes, and that might have made a difference. But there you go. You look at the Timberwolves. You get 12 points, 10 rebounds for Jaden McDaniels. He shot 50%. You also get 17 points and 15 rebounds for Rudy Gobert, who shot 50%. And you get 26 points off the bench for Dante DiVincenzo, who shot 50% from 3. And obviously kind of an off night for Anthony Edwards. Kind of a surprise there. But it's nice to see guys like Dante DiVincenzo and guys like Jaden McDaniels kind of fill in the gaps. As we get into Monday action, I think I'm going to watch a decent amount. Obviously, there's a football game that doesn't matter too much. I'm going to try to watch as much basketball as I can, though. Kind of looking around here, you get the Cavs-Warriors. That'll be a fun game to watch. Not really too much after that. I'm really just excited for Cavs-Warriors. But there you go. I'm getting ready to go record. I'm actually just going to get this recording done tonight so I don't have to do it tomorrow after I get off work. I can actually start editing the video for you guys. But we're going to start recording our Penguin video, and then I have to go to bed. I have work tomorrow morning. It's 10 a.m., but it's also like 1 a.m. where I'm at right now, so I should probably kind of get going here. So that's going to do it. I don't think I'm going to have a formal outro or anything. Movies this week. I did see that Deadpool and Wolverine is on Disney+, so I might try to check out Deadpool 2 and then transition into Deadpool and Wolverine. I think that would be kind of fun to get some fresh movies for the channel. It'll be cool. I don't know how I looked at my channel and saw that I haven't seen Deadpool 2 yet. So I was like, you know what? I think that's on Disney Plus too. So I think we're just going to watch both of those. I know the Wolverine kind of has storylines that like conflicts. I don't care. I'm not going through the X-Men stuff. We can just kind of get through the Deadpool